I think what I would say is with everything that's happened in the game over the past 2 or 3 years, I think what I maybe could envision is the domination of the American side of things might come back a little bit in terms of not that the game's never been global, but sort of trying to build on the opportunities globally. So I think we are in a good position to try to grow that part of it. And there's amazing players, right? There's amazing players that play in all different tours and parts of the world and everything, which is great. But at the same time, it's become too fractured and too disjointed. So I would share his optimism if the game wasn't as disjointed and as fractured as it was, and maybe we'll get to that point sometime in the near future, and if we do, then I would say I would share that optimism. Yeah, it's really nice to just focus on the golf. I'm not that. Like, I feel like everything that's happened over the last few years is, I've learned from it and I've been through it, and it's been a really good experience in some ways. But I think it's time now. I'm still youngish. I feel young, but I'm at a point in my career where I really just have to look after myself and really care about myself and think about myself, and that's what I'm doing going forward. And it's nice to knuckle down and feel like my game's in good shape. And I've been close to doing some really good things in the game of golf over the last few years. I have done some really good things, but I understand that the window is very slowly closing, and I want to make sure I do everything I can to have the best career I possibly can. So yeah, I would say that the Seve Ballesteros Award is special as well because it's voted on by your peers. They're the ones that have been out there on the course with you week in, week out, playing the same golf courses, competing. So to get their vote is very meaningful. And I said to Javier up here, like, what the legacy that his dad left on not just European golf, but global golf. It'll live on forever. Our whole motivation, our whole thing that we rally around on the Ryder Cup team is Seve. And we feel like we have an advantage because of that, because honestly, the Americans don't have a character like that to rally around. So I think we're very lucky that we've got Seve to do that with. And then to the setup at Bethpage, I would imagine it would be similar to the two Parkland setups that we've seen that I've seen before when we've played an away Ryder Cup. So Medina in 2012 and Hazeltine in 2016, where they'll cut the rough down, it seems. Their players are arguably a little longer than us, so they're going to try to take advantage of that length. And then looking at the stats, a lot of these things, the reason we set the course up in Rome the way we did is because we knew they were slightly better wedge players than us. So we made some of those par fours that you would hit wedges into drivable. So we made them go for it. And that's the great thing about the Ryder Cup. You can do that when you have that home course advantage. So they're going to set it up to their strengths, and then it's up to us to try to beat them at what they're strong at, alongside dealing with the crowd and dealing with all of that's going to bring its own pressure. So it's going to be an incredibly difficult task. I think one of my, from here for the rest of my career, one of my career goals going forward is to try to win another away Ryder Cup. I think that would be, I've experienced it once and it was absolutely amazing. And I would love to experience it once again. And it's getting harder and harder to do. So, we've got we've got a great opportunity this year, and I think the guys that played the Team Cup last week really enjoyed some of the things that Luke was talking about, and yeah, we're already trying to get prepared and get ready for the last week in September.